Underage drinking is a problem at almost every high school and college in America, but here at Penn State, it's an issue that has clearly gotten out of control. Being regarded as one of the country's biggest party schools, alcohol is easily attainable as our school is known for its wild frat life and insane tailgates, events where you can find alcohol almost anywhere. Since many students think that it is typical and normal to drink in college, it is easy for them to forget the reasons as to why they are not legally allowed to drink until they are 21. One of these reasons is cognitive impairment. When an individual consumes a significant amount of alcohol, they become intoxicated, resulting in them losing their ability to maintain self-control. This not only causes the individual to potentially do things they might regret later when they're sober again, it can also result in them getting hurt or even killed. Just like at last year's tragic death of Penn State sophomore Timothy Piazza, an underage frat pledge for Beta Theta Pi, who unfortunately died after falling down the stairs of a frat house while intoxicated. Because of this devastating event, the frat is now banned from campus, multiple frat members are facing criminal charges, and most importantly, a promising life is now lost. The consequences that arise from this terrible occurrence exhibit why underage drinking is so dangerous and how it has the potential to ruin lives. This situation just comes to show why people under 21 should not be allowed to drink, as the lack of self-control of young people under the influence can potentially result in self-harm or even death. Another issue that comes along with underage drinking is the hindering of brain development. According to Dr. Marissa Silveri, the director for the Neurodevelopmental Laboratory on Addictions and Mental Health at McLean Hospital, the most crucial stages of brain maturation as well as associated improvements in decision-making occur between the ages of 18 and 20. She explains how human studies have come to show that severe memory impairments, including dementia, can result from heavy alcohol use during adolescence, exhibiting how underage drinking can cause neurological issues in the future. Furthermore, it is clear how underage drinking must be solved as it hinders brain development, causing severe memory issues in the future, and prevents students from being the best student they can possibly be. The last reason why students should refrain from drinking alcohol under the age of 21 is because it is illegal and against school policy, plain and simple. According to Edgar Snyder and Associates, in Pennsylvania, purchasing, possessing, or consuming an alcoholic beverage while under the age of 21 is a Class 2 misdemeanor. The minor will face a small fine and/or a driver's license suspension for up to 1 year. Not only that, but according to school policy, all students found responsible for behavior on or off campus involving alcohol will be required to complete a university alcohol intervention program, where the offender will have to pay $250 for the class itself. So not only can drinking underage cause harm to our students, they will also be disciplined rather harshly for their actions. I care a lot about my peers and would hate to see any of them get into trouble from drinking alcohol underage. I want to see them succeed and thrive, so I feel that it is necessary to address this problem immediately in order to prevent our students from facing the consequences from underage drinking. In order to confront this issue, I suggest creating a video outlining the detriments of underage drinking and how it has the potential to ruin lives. We would then show this video to incoming students at their new student orientation. One thing we must address in the video is how harmful underage drinking can actually be. We must include information about the death of Timothy Piazza, as it is a prime example of how dangerous underage drinking can be. By explaining how alcohol can potentially lead to harm or even death, we will hopefully persuade underage students from consuming alcohol. Another thing we must do is heavily emphasize the effects of alcohol on the brain and how it can lead to severe memory issues later in life. Including this information in the video will help students understand the harm alcohol can bring, as well as the negative effects it has on the brain. This will further persuade underage students to stay away from alcohol and brighten our future for days to come. Lastly, students must be made aware of how severe the penalties are for drinking underage. So in the video, we must emphasize the harsh consequences for drinking underage. By describing the extreme repercussions a student will receive for underage drinking, more students will stay away from alcohol due to the fear of getting in trouble with the law, as well as the school. It is imperative that students understand the risks of drinking under the age of 21, as it has the potential to severely affect their futures. Not only can this action, which may seem harmless at first, get students in an immense amount of trouble and hinder brain development, it can also cause students to bring harm upon themselves as well as others. Nothing good can come from underage drinking, and our students must recognize this before it gets out of hand and ruins more lives. The implementation of this video at incoming students' new student orientations will not only save lives, it will keep our students out of trouble and keep them healthy as well. If the well-being of our students is really our number one priority, then we must act quickly and do whatever we possibly can to help stop underage drinking.
When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in rivers, and the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights